Well, we made it here to our next setup. Definitely better than where we came from by a long ways. Much nicer park. Definitely will enjoy this stay. We're here for 3 nights. Sounds like my wife is inside the RV after we got set up, doing a little vacuuming, just getting it a little bit cleaned up for our stay. And we will probably show more of the resort as we have time over the coming days here. So just to give you an idea of what this one looks like a little bit more. Definitely a little nicer, more room, and we even have a fire pit for one of the first times. There's not a lot of them in the south. There's been quite a few droughts, but apparently this one will allow us to do a campfire, so we might do that later tonight.
Hello, we're in the back of a lift heading our way up to Savannah. We're getting ready to go do a pub crawl, a mystery murder pub crawl. So hopefully we're not the ones murdered. So get back to you soon. Goodbye.
Through this old God-hating world, I want to take a pledge in this audience to join in a pledge that you will never let some of this old God-hating, right-hating, whiskey-soaked, savage-drinking, black-speaking, infamous.
Bullet holes in.
Famous abolitionist preacher.
This will be our lunch spot for today, the Old Pink House Restaurant. What do you got to eat there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
It's bananas. So good.
Where are we at?
We're at Leopold's, I think it's called.
Yes, it is.
And it has been here for a very long time. The guy that owns it used to be a film director, if I read that right. Mm-hmm. So the ice cream's delicious. They don't have a lot of flavors. It's not 32. It's just a few, but the few that they have are pretty good. And what are you eating there, Steve?
Peanut butter chip.
Yum. Looks good. This is what his looks like. Yummy. Back to my ice cream.
The fountain at Forsyth Park in Savannah.
Good morning. We're here in Tybee Island at the lighthouse. The weather has changed drastically since yesterday. It is maybe 60 degrees and the wind is blowing, what, 20, 25?
Yep.
Very cold, very windy, but we decided to come out here anyway. It is sunny and beautiful, just cold. And so we're at the lighthouse. We're going to walk up and see as far as we can go. The catwalk is closed, which is rather funny. I would never go that high anyway.
Quite the view from up here on top.
Well,
Okay, did you make it all the way up?
I made it all the way up. 25 stairs for each level.
7 levels, I believe.
And she said it was about 250 stairs, so I don't know. But anyway, made it all the way to the top and all the way down. I survived. So again, when you got Parkinson's and you can walk that many stairs, I call that a win. So, yay.
Resting?
Yeah, there was a lot of steps between the lighthouse and then this house, and it kind of took a little bit out of me. A little exhausted for a minute.
Cold morning as we woke up here as we're about to leave from the Savannah area and go towards Danville, Georgia for a night. So we're getting packed up, ready to hook up. Woke up at 35 degrees with it feels like 23, so pretty cold out here getting this going. It's supposed to be a little colder tonight in Danville. It's supposed to be down to like, I think, in the mid-20s for a low. So, but then after one more night, it's supposed to be back in like the 60s and 70s for highs. So just getting through one more day or two of cold, and we will check in when we get to Danville. We made it here to just outside of Macon, actually probably about 30 miles from Macon, Georgia, just for our one night. It's 46 degrees. The wind is still blowing, not as bad as it had been, but it did make for a rough long drive, and definitely was not good for gas mileage. Got about 8 miles per gallon as opposed to what is usually 10 to 11. So wind definitely was a problem, but we are here and setting up.
We did have a wonderful lunch, though. The only place in town here was called A&A,
Yes,
and they did fried chicken that was like home fried chicken. It was so delicious. So even though we're freezing, we had a great lunch.
after a short one-nighter here, we're pulling the slides in, ready to take off from Montgomery. Woke up, it was 24 degrees outside. Since warmed up to about 34, so it's warming up nicely in the last couple hours, but still going to be a fairly cool day in the low 50s. So we're out of here and on our last couple stops headed towards home. Okay, we made it to our stop here in Montgomery, all set up and ready for the next couple days. Very large pull-through sites, enough for the truck and the RV, and probably another truck or two behind it. So I think it's like an 80-foot long, so it's a big pull-through site. So we are here for a couple days, and I'm not sure what we have planned yet. We'll find out when Denise gets back, but we actually have some geese hanging out with us as well. Quite a few, actually. Definitely a lot of nice exhibits here, learning about the state that we now live in, Alabama. We're here at the Alabama History Museum.
We are at the first White House of the Confederacy. We are going to take a tour of it. As you guys all know, who know me, I love old houses. I love these kind of tours where you can see how people lived and their different rooms and things that they did. It's just gorgeous. Antique furniture, just beautiful. And walking, we just had a bunch of fourth graders that were in here, and we had to wait for them to leave. But here's the dining room area, one of my favorite areas here. The table all set with all the beautiful china and the glassware, just gorgeous. I really enjoy viewing these houses.
Coming up into the riverfront here, Riverfront Park in Savannah, with the Alabama River here. Nice view of the hills behind the beach, nice fields.
Good afternoon. We're here in Montgomery at the Hank Williams Museum, and it's just a wonderful place. We would take pictures, but that's not allowed here, so we're just going to get a quick video and just tell you, if you're ever in this area, you got to come out here and see this museum if you're a Hank Williams fan, because it is just fabulous. So much detail, so many things I didn't know. You'd really enjoy a visit here.
Okay.
I just wanted to be on pictures. Good morning. We're here in Montgomery, Alabama. This is our last night here was yesterday. We're packing up this morning, getting ready to head to our last stop for this trip. It'll be in Dozier, Alabama, D-O-Z-I-E-R. Not sure how you say that, but that's where we're headed. Up there for one night, and then we'll be heading home. What we've learned so far on this trip is that you get habits on who does what. So here we are at the end of a day, getting ready to leave in the morning, and Steve's outside. He's getting all the tanks cleaned out, getting everything squared away, ready to go. I'm inside. I clean everything up. I make sure all the things that need to be locked, like this shower glass sliding door, the refrigerator, anything that moves is locked down and ready for traveling. And then once we do that, we're ready to pack up and move on out. Usually every RV place you leave about 11 o'clock in the morning, and we travel 2 to 3 hours to our next stop. So with that being said, we are ready to go, and outside Steve's probably finished. We'll check and see what he's doing. So my final step here is usually to pull the slides in. So I come in here and I use the thing on the wall here, the BM Pro, and I pull all of the slides in so that we're ready to travel. And that's what I'll do next, and we'll go outside and see how Steve's doing. Okay, so now we're gonna go outside and check on Steve and see how he's doing, if he's getting all ready to go. How's it going, Steve?
Getting wet, it's raining on me.
Oh no, rain's not good. So you about ready to pack us up and roll out?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I put all the slides in, everything's locked down in the RV. I'll put the stairs in, lock the door, and we'll be good to go.
Yep.
All right, love you, see you in the car.
Yep. Here at our last RV park on this particular leg of our trip. Cypress Landing in Dozier, Alabama. It was only about an hour and a half from Mobile, and probably about 2 hours to home for tomorrow morning. But we are here unhooked and just ready to do one last night here.
We're gonna go for a walk on this little trail around this lake. We're not sure where it actually goes, so we'll figure it out. But the lake in front of us is quite pretty. It's a quaint little town, Dozier. They have really not too much going on, but the campground is pretty, well kept up. That house is nice. Didn't check out the laundry area. There's a little general store, very sweet. And there's a little family-owned business, so that's very nice also. Then we go across this little bridge over here. It's walkway into little ducky. Want duck and ranch for dinner? Well, babe, it looks like our first trip is coming to a close. Do you consider it a successful trip?
Well, considering we stopped everywhere we were going to.
That's
we
good.
Got out and did some things.
We did.
And we made it to the last stop before home.
Mm-hmm.
That's fairly successful, I think.
I would think, and we learned a few things on the road. I think we got better at getting everything situated, getting hooked up to leave, getting unhooked to get here. We all have our jobs now. We gotta know what we're doing. I think that's all pretty good.
And we discovered that I don't drink enough water, and we've made that change in this last week, which has helped. Well, wine is good. Jesus turned water into wine, right?
Are you insinuating that was water when you poured it in there?
Yes, it was a miracle. Okay, this is the last morning of packing up and leaving from the first trip. Everything's hooked. Steve's hooking the trailer, and we're heading back to Foley to home. We'll check in with you when we get there. We're leaving on a rainy morning, so it might be a little bit slower travel this morning, but we should be home in about 2.5 to 3 hours.
And we are back home unhitched. Trailer back on the ground, leveled, and now it's time to, after 25 days, take things out. Kind of move it back towards the house, and I think that's what my wife is up to, is
Getting the rest of the dirty laundry out.
thanks for following along with us here at Moving and Shaking with Parkinson's. We appreciate your following with us. We do have other trips planned, and we will post those as we go. So continue to follow our page. And again, thanks for following us.